The path under my feet leads me into the forgotten lands. I can sense my search is coming to an end. For 300 years, the elders have searched for the crystal of power. But only the devoted hands of mankind can bring it back to life. The time is now. We know where it is. We know what to do.
Shut up, Agera, as we say in Norway. Martina here, and today we're gonna create a proper home for this absolutely beautiful crystal cluster. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. We're gonna have the crystal up here, and there's gonna be a path leading up to it. So the whole look of it, it's gonna be super overgrown. And most importantly, there's gonna be smoke and there's gonna be lights. I think the only difference I'm gonna make from the sketch is to make the box that we're gonna put the whole diorama in into a rectangle. I don't want to make an entire mess down here with dust and everything, so I'm gonna go out to the garage and cut the shapes I need for the box out there. Alright, let's go! Hold up everyone, we have an emergency because there is nice weather. What's this? There's no rain, there's no snow, so we really have to grab this opportunity to go find some resources from the great outdoors. What we have to find is some gravel, maybe some tiny gravel, like tiny pebbles and stuff, and some branches in different sizes and shapes. I think we have to go to our neighbors again and steal their gravel. I'm sorry.
I just grab like a little handful of these things.
Nah, nope.
Too dry.
These are kind of nice looking, so I'm just gonna grab a couple of these and put it in my bag. Oh, it's so bright. I got a ton of tiny branches and stuff. I can't see anything, so I think I'm just gonna go back inside where I belong. Okay, thanks. Okay, so we got a base box. Now it's just time to start filling this thing with all the layers that I'm gonna need. So I have my styro slicer here. It's just a hot wire to slice it up. I usually just go to the local hardware store where they sell like building supplies and stuff. And this particular styrofoam is actually meant to insulate floors. It's pretty cheap and it's really nice and dense. But without further ado, let's cut some styrofoam. You might be wondering why there's a huge, like, gaping hole here. Well, I need some space for the electronics and the smoke machine that we're gonna build later, so I'm kind of just leaving this space for that. And also this side here is going to be the back side of the model, so I'm planning to kind of make some sort of accessible door that I can enter to get to the electronics. We got 3 more layers to cut and then we can start shaping this landscape. Oh man, no, and it's everywhere. Oh, why do you have to stick to everything? Good morning, everyone. How you doing? Now it's nice and clean and it's a new day and I'm ready to go again. What we're gonna begin with today is to try to kind of blend all of this together by using plaster, some rougher foam coat, and some rocks. I never worked with plaster before, so I'm kind of excited how that's gonna go. Let's go! Okay, that was more work than I expected. For now, I'm just gonna put it to the side because it has to dry for, I'm guessing, at least 24 hours, maybe more. In the meantime, we're gonna start working on a smoke machine. Interesting. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're gonna try to build a smoke machine, and I have never built a smoke machine before, but I've watched some videos on YouTube and I think I know what to do, but don't believe that I know what I'm doing, if that makes sense. First of all, we got our vaporizer. I believe this tube is made of acrylic. It really doesn't sound or feel like glass, which means that I can hopefully drill a hole in it. To make the vaporizer work, we need an air pump, and that is going to be connected to the vaporizer with a little plastic tube like this. I kind of want to drill a hole in the vaporizer and connect it to this container with another plastic tube, and hopefully I can make it all just tight, no liquid nowhere that is not supposed to be. But it seems simple enough. Roll the montage! So nothing's been leaking or anything, so that part's all good. But now is the moment of truth where we see if this slightly messy circuit will actually work. Ah, please work. Okay, I got my 12-volt power supply here. Now, when I hold this button, the pump and the vaporizer should start working and the smoke should come out of this tip. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Oh my god! Oh, this is gonna look amazing, holy crap. I know this pump is kind of loud, we're gonna replace it with something else once we get it in the mail. It's just gonna be a bit noisy for a while. I'm so excited, holy freak. Oh. Before we continue, I just wanted to take a moment to appreciate all our patrons and YouTube members, because as you probably understand, these projects take, well, a lot of time to make, and usually the materials can be quite expensive. So I really just wanted to thank our patrons and our YouTube members, because you guys make it possible for us to make these kind of videos and get the materials we need and all of that. So I just wanted to say I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. So you guys might be wondering what the heck this is. This crystal is gonna go right here, like in the middle of this stone structure thing. The cardboard piece you see there is going to be acrylic that has been sanded or frosted, and that acrylic piece is going to be lit up with some LEDs. What I think is pretty cool about this is that if you see the gaps on the sides here, that's where the smoke is going to sort of creep out over the landscape. So let me just show you real quick how that's gonna look. Ah! I just think it looks so cool. Oh my god. And just... okay. It's gonna look so good. Okay, let's go. I was just filming a long rant about how everything sucks right now, and then my camera dies on me because obviously. So the thing is, I've been walking around this basement for like an hour trying to figure out where to go from here, and I'm just slightly overwhelmed. And the problem is, I know the steps, like what to do, but it's just kind of boring and time consuming, and the threshold of just doing it is really high right now. We're getting through this. We're getting through this. So I got all these acrylic pieces ready and cut out. I just have to find like some way to put them inside the rocks. And I think the simplest way to do it, and the method I'm going for, is just to chop them straight down the middle and then carve out the space where the acrylic is gonna be, and then kind of glue the two halves back together and try to blend the seams. All of them are now soldered together and they all work. So let's look at how it all looks together. Okay. I think it looks so cool. Oh my god, I think I just love the cracks and how they glow, and just it's gonna look so good. So I think what I have to do next is to fix this centerpiece thing. After this is attached onto here, I can begin to go in with the foam coat and kind of blend everything together into the landscape. Okay, let's get on with it. Astrid, will you please stop eating the tree? While that dries, I'm gonna work on making a couple of trees. I was thinking like 3 trees. I've shown you guys in detail how to make these trees before, so I will just link to that video in the description if you want more details on how to make it. So let's just get into making a couple of these trees. Oh my frick. I might have overdone the size, but I have absolutely no regrets. I'm so happy with it! So the way I'm gonna attach this to the landscape is to bend the wires and just ram it through the surface, basically. Maybe add some glue to the bottom of the tree. Okay, let's attach this tree so that this can dry overnight and I can start painting it tomorrow. Oh my god, I can start painting it tomorrow! Let's attach this tree, apply the foam coat and go to bed. This is the day I've been waiting for! I'm so excited! Hopefully we have time to both paint it and put on the so-called flock, all the grass and dirt that is going on top of the model. And yeah, I think I'm too excited to speak. Oh my god. I'm too excited. I need to calm down. My plan is to paint the whole thing like dirt so that if we miss a couple of spots with the grass, then it will have some sort of like realistic texture underneath. I nearly forgot to say, I'm not gonna explain in detail how to do these exact painting techniques because there are tons of great tutorials on YouTube on that, but I suggest checking out stippling, dry brushing and washing if you're interested in this, because those are like the 3, I guess, core techniques that are good to know if you want to make these kind of landscapes. But let's stop talking and let's just start painting. I thought that the painting and putting on all the vegetation and stuff would take one day, but it turns out painting itself took a full day. Okay then! Hey Clyde, please don't eat my tree. But even if it took a lot of time, I'm happy I spent the time on it because honestly, I think it's quite a big upgrade from the previous diorama I did. And I'm proud. Let's have a look here, shall we? Okay, so here we have some nice different types of bushes. So we got some individual grass. What are these called even? Grass tufts. Got some coarse dirt and some fine dirt. Grass applicator and grass brush. I don't know why I find it funny. It's just brushing tiny grass. It's kind of weird. Grass, finer grass. I bought so much grass. That sounds wrong. And 2 shades of underbrush. This pile is only grass. I probably have too much of it, but better to have too much than too little. Oh, look at all these beauties. Okay, let's go. Took so much time, but it was so worth it. The only problem is I had nowhere to put it. I love it. We'll figure something out. If you want to follow along on what we do in between the videos we post, you can check us out on Instagram, where we usually post just updates on the progress of projects or other things we do outside of YouTube. And the same goes for Twitter, if you wanted to check us out there as well. Oh, and if you're new here, remember to subscribe so that I can see you in the next video. Now roll the final shots!